Welcome, welcome back to the channel, peoples. I want to say first off, thank you for giving me the 31 subscribers. I don't know if that happened between the last video or not, but still very much appreciative of that. I see the videos are getting some type of views and some type of like recognition out there. So if you are watching the videos, whether it's for 1 minute, 30 seconds, or you're watching the entire thing, I do appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you do like the content, and if you see something that in a way that I can improve, drop a comment, and I very much will try to take that into considerations. And then, like I said before, if there's something that you want me to talk about, like a specific team or something like that, or anything, basically, you just drop a comment. Just make sure you like this video. But yeah, anyway, let's get straight into it. Eagles defeated the Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Steelers 27-13 last Sunday. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm one of those guys that is a terrible loser. So like when we do lose, like it takes me a lot longer to process what happened, why we lost, and to just get over the loss. I don't know why, but it's like that with the NFL for me. Like I'm fine with NBA, like the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan, by the way. Like if I can watch the Lakers lose because I know that we have more games, and like the regular season is important, but no one is gonna go 82-0 at the end of the day. You're gonna lose a couple. You're gonna lose games, and I'm kind of just used to losing games. But with the NFL, it's 17 games, so each game matters more. And when you lose certain games, it just pisses you off. And it's the way that you lose games. And whenever I feel like the game is taken out of your hands due to like referees or injuries and stuff like that, it pisses me off even more. And this is basically what I feel like happened in this game. Let's start off with the rest. Today they were just straight up horrible in my opinion. This whole game, uh, the offense was struggling to move the ball, and then we finally get it down to the 4 yard line, run a quick screenplay or whatever it was, and then the what's it called? I forgot his name. Washington. Uh, fuck. What's his name? I don't even think he had a catch today. I just know his last name is Washington. I forgot his first name for some reason, but yeah, he drives Darius Slade to the boundary and then basically blocks him all the way out of bounds, and then a fight breaks out. Darius Slade punches Washington. Let me get his name real quick. Mm, where's Washington? Control F. Don't have time for this. Darnell Washington. There we go. Yeah, basically Darnell Washington uh, blocks Darius Slay all the way out to the boundary. Excuse me. Darius Slay blocks Darnell Washington blocks Darius Slay all the way to the boundary, and because of that, a fight breaks out. Bro, why do I have hiccups right now? But yeah, a fight breaks out. What's it called? Yeah, Darius Slay punches Darnell Washington. Calvin Austin comes in and tries to push some of the Eagles players off of Darnell, and yeah, basically a fight breaks out. But what happens after that is the two Steelers players get the penalties, none on the Eagles, and yeah, and I don't get how, and that basically pushes us to the 19-yard line from the. It's a 15-yard penalty from the 4 yard line, so it pushes us to the 19-yard line, and we basically get screwed because now we have to. We're missing our star receiver, and we're not, and the offense isn't clicking the best, and we have to settle for a field goal. And I'm not saying necessarily we would have punched it in, but at the same time, it's you have a better chance of doing that from the 4 yard line versus the 19th, especially against that Eagles defense. So that's a play where we were screwed. Where else? There was another instance. Oh, there was a play where Jalen Carter literally smacks Connor Hayward in the head and then doing a punt. But they say it happened after a punt where, and there's a video evidence showing that it clearly happened before the punt, and like I said, and then instead of us getting a first down, it's them they get backed up all the way to their end zone, and they just march it down all the way. Take out, I think it was like a 10-minute drive. They're converting every third down, and we don't touch the ball after that. And it's just like, what is going on? But yeah, this game was so frustrating in so many ways because it's like the offense couldn't get the ball moving, and then it was like I'm looking at here, Russ has 128 yards. I'm surprised Calvin Olsen even had this many yards. I didn't even know he had this many yards, but hey, the offense struggled, and we knew they would have struggled, especially when you're missing George Pickens, your number one guy. But it is what it is at this point. Like, I wish we could have had him out there. I feel like it would have been a better game for us. We would have been able to got something out of it. And I felt like the defense didn't play too bad considering the circumstances. Created turnovers, but we stopped Saquon Barkley on the ground. He had 19 carries for 65 yards. The problem is Jalen Hurts played like no, we didn't expect him to play. 290 yards and 2 touchdowns. AJ Brown had 8 catches, 110 yards for a touchdown. And then speaking of AJ Brown, I don't know why Terrell Austin continues to continue to put Dante Jackson on him. Dante Jackson has been a fine player, has 5 picks on the season, but I feel like God, I feel like those picks are masking his performances because he has not played well, in my opinion, and he was getting cooked out there by AJ Brown, and yeah, and it showed up on the stat line. Eight catches, 110 yards. I'm not. I'd rather just put Porter, Joey Porter Jr. on him. I know they have two great receivers, but AJ Brown's the more scarier one for me. And but yeah, I don't know, man. This game was so frustrating in so many ways, but at the end of the day, it didn't really matter too much because the Colts did lose, and we were still able to clinch a playoff berth at the end of the day. But yeah, terrible loss. And then the big thing that came out of this game was a TJ Watt injury, and I think it was a low ankle sprain or something like that. It has something to do with his ankle, but I think he should be. I don't think he'll be out for that long of a period. Maybe he misses the Baltimore game, but at the end of the day, we still have Nick Herbig, Don, Alex Highsmith, and Preston Smith, and Cam Hayward. So I think we can survive without T.J. Watt for one game. We'll obviously need him for the playoff come that time. But it kind of sucks because he seemed like he was getting back to his old stuff again. He had 2 sacks, what's it called, in this game, and a couple forced fumbles, and he was just playing out of his mind. And then the injury happens, and that just sucks. But compared to the George Pickens injury, I'm not too worried about it because we do have other players that can step up and that's what we need them to do. So if he needs to take the Baltimore game off or just play a couple snaps here and there, then I'm fine with that. Uh, there's a reason why we have the best D line in football, in my opinion, and we have a lot of depth at that, especially at the defensive end position. We have three capable guys. We have four actually, but if with T.J. Watt being gone, potentially being gone, we still have three other guys that can step up and do the job. So I'm not too worried about that. And then I'm just hoping we start getting healthier. I believe once we beat Baltimore, we'll clinch the division. And I basically think we're a lock in for the third seed. So you might even actually see these guys getting some rest, go not the rest of the season. So we'll see. We'll see how Mike Tomlin plays it out. Because if we're locked into the third seed, then I might and then we win the division. I might what's it called? I might sit the guys out. I might let them play a few drives versus the Chiefs. Maybe let the starters play a half versus the Chiefs, and then you do the same thing versus the Bengals, just so they're not rusty. But then you also keep them safe from injuries by sitting them out in the second half. But we'll see what Mike Tomlin does. All eyes are forward towards the Eagles game. I said the Eagles game. All eyes are towards Baltimore and winning the division, and that's the most important thing right now. Terrible loss, but at the end of the day, it was an NFC team, and we still did clinch the playoff berth. So I'm not too harped on it. Hopefully, the guys can start getting back healthy. I saw George Pickens doing a little bit of stuff during practice today, so that's a good sign. But yeah, let's hope we can start getting healthy and beat Baltimore on Saturday. And we just got to take care of business going into the playoffs, and then we're in basically. And we just gotta handle business, and we can get healthy, like I said. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna hype this up real quick, and then I'll definitely do what's it called a preview. I know I didn't do a preview to this game, but I definitely will do a preview to the Baltimore game. And outside of that, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see y'all later.